Now, whether they fascinate you or you absolutely despise them, there's no doubt about it, guns have played an inextricable role in Sydney's history. Now, this year marks the 150th anniversary of the New South Wales Police Force, and there's no better way in understanding the force's heritage than to have a look at their historic collection of firearms. Deep underneath the Sydney Police Centre in Surrey Hills is an astonishing array of muskets and pistols and rifles used by police officers during the past 150 years. And today, we're privileged to have a look at one of the more unusual items in their collection, the star of 1,000 gangster movies, the Thompson submachine gun. Can you tell me how and why? Why did they have 45 calibre Thompson guns, the gun of choice for the Prohibition era?
Well, it's like anything technologically related. It's keeping up with the times, and the Thompson really exemplified what was the cutting edge of pistol calibre subgun technology at the time. And historically speaking, it's always been the activity of the New South Wales Police to maintain sort of current weapons. So we maintain pistol calibre subguns to this day, and they owe a lot of their inherent design features to the original concept put forward by guns like the Thompson. Developed
at the tail end of World War I by American General John Thompson, the 45 calibre Thompson submachine gun was originally called the Annihilator, and subsequently had no end of nicknames: the Tommy gun, the Chicago typewriter and the trench broom. In the United States during the 20s, it became the most feared weapon of choice for both police and gangsters.
It's like, for example, you put a knife in front of somebody, everybody at some point or another is being cut. At some point or another, everybody has seen a Thompson work in a movie.
Can you just run us through what a Thompson's like to strip down, to pull one apart?
Yeah, certainly, if you want to have a quick observation. One of the big benefits of the Thompson is the fact that it was designed to be used in a plethora of roles. So, for example, it can be used in a cut-down roll.
Right.
So something quite simple to stick under your trench coat of the day to accessorise with your hat, of course. Okay, and that basically brings it down to its simple operating mechanism. So the idea being either a police officer or, for that matter, troops in the field could quite simply bring the firearm to a simple state of repair, affect any clearages or stoppages that have come into effect, and get the thing running again.
But there are not many parts to it, are there? It's a very simple machine.
Well, that in effect's the whole point behind it. Simplicity is key, and particularly when it's going to be used in either a law enforcement role or a military role, keep it as simple as possible. The KISS principle comes into effect.
And just how accurate would a Thompson gun be?
As accurate as it needs to be, with 50 rounds underneath it. So, when in doubt, firepower answers.
Now, it's not every day that the New South Wales Police Force fires off a 70-year-old machine gun, and for this purpose, they've brought in their own test pilot. So here we are in the very, very bowels of the building at the New South Wales Police Firearms Testing Range. We're about to have a look at the old and the new. The old being the old 45 calibre Thompson submachine gun, and the new being the 40 calibre Glock. Even though he rattled off a whole magazine of 45 calibre bullets in the line of duty, I have a sneaking suspicion he might have enjoyed himself. Have you fired a Thompson gun before today?
No, I haven't actually. It's a liberating experience, I must say. I thought the kick would be a lot more, but once you get your shoulder behind it, it's actually not too bad.
But you're more used to the modern firearm now, the Glock, and how do you go with the Glock?
Yeah, I don't have too many dramas with the Glock. Personally, I don't like guns, but it's part of our job, so firing a Glock is not too bad, and the safety that we get taught is paramount, and it certainly it helps to handle the guns when you know the safety requirements.
And unfortunately, as some of these weapons have made their way back from various world wars throughout the course of history, the police have had to meet fire with fire.
Really, in 150 years of policing in New South Wales, this has always been the case, hasn't it? And even, I remember reading about Ned Kelly, for example, in Victoria. He had better firearms than the Victoria Police had.
You have to literally always try and be one step ahead.
So when you think about it, crime was the reason Sydney was set up in the first place, as a great big jail. So it's no surprise that guns and the law have played a big role into shaping us into the society we are. But what's truly great is that unusual reminders of our past, like the Thompson gun, have been preserved for future generations. Happy 150th.